related to money.
Here overpaid me. Alright. Clearly both of them here, Celine and Diana, are the witnesses to this thing that's happening.
No, this is no, you gave it to me for investment. I don't know what you're talking about.
You got take to return me?
Hi, welcome back to Law Unfiltered. Now, first of all, it's Chinese New Year, so happy Chinese New Year!
Happy Chinese New Year!
And secondly, today we're doing like another special episode because it's the Chinese New Year. Together with me here today, I have a few of my friends, learned friends. Let these guests introduce themselves now.
Hello, hi, my name is Jafu from Lee Jafu & Co.
I'm Diana from Chang and Arif in the Litty department.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm from Lee Hishamuddin, Allen and Gladhill, and I'm part of the DR team.
Okay, so I think it's safe to say that Chinese New Year, it's quite appropriate for me to talk about family drama, friends drama, because what is life without a bit of a drama, right? And when I say like family drama, friends drama, it's always related to money.
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Right, we agree, right? Sometimes your family wants to borrow money.
So
and all
money,
this.
That one was a loan. Really loan.
Right? And when it comes to like family and friends, nobody is going to go up to the lawyer and say like, I need to draft an agreement because I borrowed money to my family and friends and all that, right? And a lot of times people have come up to me and asked like, can I still prove my case in court because I do not have an agreement at the time and now I only have an oral contract. God knows what was it at that time, right? So today we are going to help you figure out how you can get your money back.
Yeah, let us do our best.
Yeah. Michelle, you want to get your money back, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so to provide some context, she overpaid me just now and I take it as a loan.
Friendly loan.
Yes, because we are friends.
Plus interest.
Wait.
Wow. Okay, chill out, guys. Okay, come. Let's go with like one of the most basic example, especially when your family members, for example, your uncle borrows money.
Wait, why must be uncle? Auntie can.
Can also. You want uncle, auntie, you go up to them and say, Can I borrow 500,000? I want to start up my business. You know, I'll pay you back when the company is doing well.
Yeah, it's very vague, right?
Yeah, that's a very
Doing
big.
well. How well is well?
Exactly. And like, okay, so now you want to go to court because obviously we are not paying the uncle or auntie back until today, like say 3 years already.
Mm.
So then the question comes, how do we prove our case in the court? Obviously, we are very angry already. Some people, they just want to get their money back. They go to court.
And
So
there's no written agreement as well.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like what were the terms of the agreement at the time? So these are the things that the court would want to have a look at. Like what are the terms that we are going to enforce in court right now? Correct or not?
Mm.
I think first and foremost, the most basic things we can do in our daily lives is when we transfer money to anybody at all, we should write in the reference what is it for.
Yeah, and just send the receipt to that person and say, hi, I've transferred you for this, just so you have a record
Yeah, I
of
have
it.
a record, make it clear.
Yeah.
What other things you can do? For example, you say that the company is doing well. So when is the company going to do well is also another question, right? And then, for instance, in 2 years, after 2 years, the company is doing well already. Now you go and ask for the money back, and then he said, no, this is an investment and we still haven't made profit yet.
Mhm.
Cannot return the money yet.
That's a very common script by all the debtors.
Try to change the scenario. Like, no, this is, no, you gave it to me for investment. I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
got say to return me?
That's helping me.
I think that is also very common, especially if it's not for business wise, right?
Yeah,
Just say
your
that
family.
I need help. Can you borrow me 200,000?
Yeah, sometimes when some family asks for help in terms of financial, it more often than not you'll involve things like, oh, you are my who, what, all the relationship stuff will get involved and then things get very blurry there. So, for example, you're borrowing money from your uncle or auntie, uncle borrow from you or whatever it is, or your cousin borrow from you, be like, hey, borrow this money can I'll return you a bit. Then you'll be like, okay lah, can lah. Usually it's okay lah, can lah, or no, all this kind of stuff. But then there'll be no terms written down. So this is when things get blurry.
But also, I think that, when it comes to family members, the minute you say, oh, shall we draft up an agreement or whatever,
It's sensitive.
This can get awkward.
yeah, and then they'll be like, is there no trust between us? Are you saying I'm not going to pay back? And then,
So do you guys agree that no matter what, we should have an agreement?
Well,
I think something on record, something written, like what Jafu said earlier as well, like what you said as well, to have, something written in the reference, something to indicate like when exactly you're going to give back, at what time, maybe what year, what month, something, even if it's little, it can help lah.
yeah,
right?
at least have something in writing, because nowadays we are all communicating using WhatsApp kind of stuff. So I believe when a transaction is happening, let's say I'm transferring money out, I'll have some proof of payment or receipts, which I will be sending to the person borrowing money from me. I'll say, hey, I've done the transfer. So perhaps you can take one step further to add things like, this is the money that I borrowed you for what. And you can pay me back when blah, 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 blah. At least you say it out there rather than you just say it verbally, which there is no evidence, because when you are contemplating whether to initiate a suit or whatever in court, we all always look at evidence.
That's true.
Yeah.
and also coming back to, for example, a WhatsApp text, you drop down everything in black and white.
Yeah.
And you would want to try to get the borrower to maybe give you a okay or a thumbs up. Because I think there are cases in court where the court recognizes that a thumbs up equals to acceptance.
Correct.
Yeah. I think even if they didn't say anything, right, it's kind of like an admission, right?
Right.
Right.
And also try to avoid like voice recordings, even in WhatsApp. Just have it written. I think that would be a lot more easier.
Correct. Yeah. And I think a lot of people also don't know this, but there is a limitation period to when you want to enforce a contract in Malaysia, which is 6 years.
Yep, correct.
Yeah.
6 years.
But when does the 6 years run? So the 6 years will start running from the date where you ask for it, which is the date when it is
The demand.
due and payable,
correct.
right? So I think it's quite safe to say, like, for example, if after 2 years the fellas still haven't paid you back yet, you can just drop a text and say, oh, it's been quite some time already. I need money. Can you pay
How's
me
business
back?
going?
Is it well?
I hope you're earning profit already. I need my money back. Can you please transfer back to me? Thanks. That is the time when the period will start running, which is 6 years. And then also another thing, right? I think this is more of the older generation time. They like to do business without having a contract.
Yeah, they operate based on trust.
Yeah. And I was actually told, right, because I think I beg to differ. I don't agree with like based on trust kind of business. I think also because we are like the later generation.
Yeah.
But apparently like those people would say like because nowadays you guys have no trust anymore. Last time when you say okay means okay, I take it as it is. I take the handshake would indicate that there is an agreement already.
Yep.
So that is the difficult part when it comes to like for us to help you build a case.
Yeah.
I've seen a few cases where they only have like okay, at least they have invoices.
Oh, okay.
Thank God. Right. But not everybody has that. So again, we do encourage that at least there is some form of documentation. Because at the end of the day, when you go to court and you are the person asking for the money back, obviously you're going to give testimony saying that I did borrow this money to this person and he hasn't returned back the money to me yet. But these are your testimony.
Yeah, I think it will be your word against my
Against the
word.
other, yeah.
Exactly.
And it caused a lot of misunderstandings as well.
Yeah, and when you have documents that was produced at that time itself, that will have so much more weight because that is what happened at the time.
Yep.
This is what the intentions of the parties were. Compared to what you're saying now, after 3 years, some people's memory may not be that good anymore.
Correct. I don't even remember what I ate yesterday.
See?
So
But I remember you still owe me money. Yeah.
that is still fresh in my mind. But coming back to this problem, it became more serious. It will become more serious if, let's say, the money is given in form of cash. So there wouldn't be any transaction receipts or whatever.
Yeah.
Especially when dealing with older generation, they will just pass cash here and there or just borrow money, emergency use kind of stuff. So how can we actually enforce or help this kind of people where there is no documentation at all? Because if there is no documentation, I want to sue you in court, I have to prove my case. So how do I actually prove that I have given you that money that you asked for back then?
있어? 증거 있냐고.
I think that one really it's such a case-to-case basis, especially when it comes to, I think the most that we can do is based on the person's conduct, like both parties' conduct. Let's just say, like, if you are you want to renovate your house, people usually paint the call for contractors to come and paint the house. Usually it's by cash, right? There's no agreements or whatsoever. So I think from the conduct there, we can try to build a case. I think that's for what we do. We will try to create something out of it.
No,
Right.
you're not creating. It's the fact of the case.
We are trying to
Find a
showcase,
loophole.
find a loophole.
That's what we lawyers do.
Yeah, to try to find a way to explain the conduct of the parties at the time. Cannot be I give you money for nothing, right?
Who knows? It's a gift.
But they would
Yeah,
say
they
there's
could
no
say-
evidence.
Yeah, they would say there's no evidence.
증거 있어? 증거 있냐고.
That I'm going to say that this fella came to my house to paint the whatever.
But I think then that also, witnesses to have more than it's just your word against my word. If you have someone else who were present at that situation, then I'm pretty sure that would help.
Yeah, that's true. But coming back to witnesses, right? That is also something that I think a lot of people don't understand, that because they think that they have a case and they think that it's a sure win. But of course, like, you are the victim, right? You feel like I deserve my money back.
Correct.
But then some people don't understand that witnesses can destroy your case.
Of course.
Yep.
Sometimes even your own witnesses as well.
Yeah, exactly. Your own witness can say something wrong, can suddenly was like so nervous. And suddenly the whole entire testimony just falls out of place.
Yeah. To give an example, earlier Michelle here overpaid me. All right. Clearly, both of them here, Celine and Diana, are the witnesses to this thing that's happening.
I didn't see anything.
Don't
Did you say anything? Correct. So how is Michelle gonna claim back the money from me?
Don't worry, I have receipt.
What is the receipt for? Did you say what is it for?
Where will we together?
Maybe the waiter could help you be a witness. I don't know.
So to sum it up, oral contracts is enforceable. But how do you prove your oral contract is another question. By your conduct. You asking your money back is a conduct, right? WhatsApp messages is evidence. You can rely on that. Or try not to use voice message like Diana said,
Yeah.
And then what else can you do? Witnesses would be one of your best, I mean, not the best, but also one of the ways to show your case. Because again, we need to know what are the terms of the contract, because it's not written, right? So we have to establish the terms. You want to ask the court to enforce this agreement, then you must know what are the terms so that the court can enforce it.
Yep.
And let's talk about another way we can safeguard our money.
Borrowed monies.
Borrowed money. Should I call it as an investment or a loan or I don't know lah.
Duit yang dipinjam.
Right. And then like so a lot of people also asked before, like, can you charge interest on money borrowed?
Yeah, because the idea will be, if I have like 500K today, I borrow it to you, then what am I going to do with it? I could have used that 500K for something better, like an investment to generate more income. So what is the benefit for me to borrow this money to you? So obviously the brilliant idea will be, you pay me interest.
Yeah.
And also when it comes to interest, right, it cannot be too high. It cannot be as if like you are operating a money lending business. That would be illegal, because in Malaysia, if you want to operate money lending businesses, you need license.
Yep, correct.
Yep.
And you need to comply with the Money Lenders Act.
Yeah, and I think the misconception also is like if you're only a money lender if there's a pattern, like if you keep doing, keep
Borrowing,
lending
borrowing,
money. But
lending.
no, because under the Money Lenders Act, even if it's a single transaction, it's a single loan with interest, the court can presume that you are, having a money lending business. So
Yeah, that's true. And you really want to avoid that the court find that you are doing an illegal money lending business, because that would jeopardize your contract, whether it is written or oral. Because once the contract is illegal by the eyes of the law, then it will be void.
yeah.
Then
So
you,
that means I don't think you can get any of your money back.
yes,
Yeah.
correct. So Jaffu, don't charge interest, huh?
Mine interest is running.
But the misconception with this interest is actually there are case law that says that if, let's say, the interest is not exorbitant, you can actually charge interest.
Yeah.
And what is exorbitant, what is reasonable will be quite subjective in this sense. There are case law that also says that if, let's say, the interest rates are around, we take a benchmark, for example, let's say bank is giving you a FD rate of 3.50, then that may be an acceptable thing.
Yeah.
And there are also cases that says 5% is acceptable kind of stuff. Under the Money Lender Act, if I'm not mistaken, the interest rate will be like 12 to 18,
18, I think, yeah.
around that area. So if you are not a licensed money lender, perhaps you will not want to be in that range.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So you can charge interest, but not too high, basically. And then another way that people usually get safeguarding their loan money is maybe by shares, right? Let's just say, like just now we said, like my uncle borrowed me 500,000 for me to start up the business, right? Then maybe I can transfer like safeguard like what 2% shares for him.
Well, that would depends how much your company shares are.
Yeah, that also yeah, correct. That also,
But I think that will also help you in the sense that if the company was successful and that guy decides not to pay, at least you have secured interest in the company.
Security.
Yeah, correct. You see that in that sense, right? That will have to be your case as well, because you see nobody will without any reason give you some sort of shares in the company, right? And if, let's just say today, I want to say like, no, you didn't borrow money to me. That 500,000 you give me because you owe me money. Then how is the uncle going to say that, no, this 500,000 I gave you to start up your company? So then the part of where I gave my uncle the shares would come in as a conduct relevant to the fact that my uncle did in fact give me 500,000 to start up my company. Hence why I gave him the 2% shares for him to safeguard his
As security.
Yeah, as a security. See, so these are the small and little things, right, that we can use or rely on to help you build a case in case any bad debtors.
Default.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, to put it in simple words, when we give out something, we may be expecting something back. So the something that is given to us in exchange for this thing that we given out, it may be the consideration of there is an actual contract between us or like some sort of agreement.
Yeah. You see, even family love is conditional.
When it comes to money.
When it comes to money.
Yeah, when it comes to
Everything's a gift.
Yeah. And I think, right, I think this is a very realistic case because I've seen from one of the cases that I did involved like uncle and nephew. The uncle borrowed money to the nephew and then the nephew didn't pay it back. And then I think sometimes it's not about the money anymore, it's about anger, principle. So they actually do sue in court. Now the question is, right, you go to family event and then you see the nephew, you see the uncle. How?
Well, especially in Chinese New Year, it'll be so awkward.
Yeah, exactly.
So awkward.
Especially if the uncle need to give ang pao.
Like, you still owe me money, but I have to give you ang pao.
Can you imagine if you don't give the ang pao? Then how many family members gonna be asking why you want to do things like this? It's just money.
Money at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's not like something you don't have.
Yeah, so But you cannot say that, money is still money.
It's hard earned lah.
Yeah, it's hard earned. What if the person is retired and that's the only
Yeah.
source of income?
Then I think you shouldn't have given land.
Now we know who we have.
So, and actually, right, one of my clients also told me before, like, never, ever talk about money with your family and friends.
Yeah, it's a sensitive topic, but unfortunately, some people still do. So it's a very common thing in the society nowadays,
Yeah.
actually.
But the thing is, right, he also said, like, if your friends lah, he's only mentioned friends, come and ask to borrow money from you, right? 9 out of 10 times the friendship is gonna go down the drain.
And it's tough
Yeah.
to say no as well. Because how do you say no? In
But
that
do you
kind of
guys
situation?
agree? Like, I don't know if I agree. Like, if let's just say you guys are to borrow some money to your friends, and then after that, he don't. I mean, obviously, if he don't pay back, then the friendship will go down the drain, lah. But he did. One of my like a more a senior person did say that. I think because he's experienced in life, he has seen so much, right? So he said,
Must have borrowed a lot.
Who's his friend?
He's like,
I wanna know
if
his
this friend
friend.
borrows money from you, you can say goodbye to this friend already. Even if you borrow or don't borrow, this friend is like, you don't even need to have this person in your life anymore. I don't know if I want to agree with that.
Well, there's also a saying that when you borrow money to this one person, you can safely assume that you may not be getting back
Get
anymore.
back, yeah.
Right? So don't borrow money to your friends. And don't ask to borrow money from your friends.
Just make sure you pay back.
Yeah, just make sure.
Or you can just assume our friendship is just that 100.
Anyway, everything admission. I have
See, this is also one of the evidence you can
Yeah.
use in court.
So sometimes just talk, suddenly, I caught you. So sometimes have to be careful when you talk to lawyers. Right?
And you know what? Actually, one of the pro tip, if you get admission from the other side that he does owe you money, you save a lot of time in
Correct.
trial. You don't even have to go full trial. You don't have to even call witnesses.
Yeah, summary judgment.
Yeah, you can get this case disposed of by admission application. Immediately you can get an order. So I mean not immediately, but faster than going to a trial. Right. So what else did we not cover?
I think one more area will be sometimes people be like, if the amount is very substantial, right, you want some form of like security kind of thing. Some things that I encounter will be like, I'm borrowing this fella like a substantial amount of money and I want him to charge his land to me, something like that, as a security.
Yeah, that's possible too. You can actually even do it by giving, but nowadays I think people don't do that lah. To give the original title to the other side to hold.
Yeah, that's a very
Yeah.
risky thing.
Yeah,
to do.
because I think only for the older generations I've seen people doing that, or they provide option to purchase for maybe like 5 years or something. You can exercise that, or I will offer you to buy this property first if I want to sell, something like that lah. Either way, it will help you to get some sort of interest back.
And also some benefit, I would think.
Yeah, because all option to purchase, you can put private caveat, right?
Well, I believe you can put a liens holder
Liens holder, sorry,
under this
yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
circumstances.
at least
kind of
then
thing.
under the like you are much more safeguarded, protected. Yeah, when you have this kind of
So to
things
provide
going
some
on.
context, once a caveat is lodged under a property, there is no further dealings that can be done with that property. Means the original owner cannot sell or cannot charge it to other party, kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So don't borrow money. Like I think I saved that, right?
Yeah, and then I think bear in mind the limitation period. Maybe sometimes you think that, oh, it's okay, I give them more time to pay, it's fine. I trust
Right.
this guy. I believe he'll pay me next month, and then your 6 years comes up.
Yeah.
And that will be a big issue.
But one of the pro tip is, even if it has passed the 6 years, if you can get this person to admit that he did owe you the money that you borrowed 7 years ago, for example, then the time will start to run again.
Again,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
correct.
how do you do that? Of course, you go Hi, bro. Long time no see. How are you?
Yeah, because right, I think a lot of of course, layperson don't know that there is a 6 years limitation period, right? So obviously, you see your friends after 7 years, like, hey, bro, that day the last time I borrowed you the money, how can pay back or not? It's like, okay, I'll pay you back. All that in writing, of course, right? If not, you record the conversation, up to you.
So that is an admission.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah, that's
admission.
admission.
Then the 6 years will run again.
Yeah, it's like a refresher.
Yeah,
kind of
like
thing
a
here.
refresher kind of thing. So you see, there are so many ways for you to build your case. You just need to practice that in daily life, and then you can get it back.
Yeah, but I hope you don't have to build your case, because you needing to build your case means you are in this legal thing that is.
Yeah, it's like you don't trust your friend like that,
Or you just don't lend money to anyone.
Yeah, or don't accidentally transfer more than enough.
I feel like we have finished this topic.
Yeah, covered quite a
Yeah,
bit.
Well, that's pretty quick.
Why, do you have anything more you want to add on?
No, I think that's
Feel free,
all
man. I
today.
give you the table. Come. Do what you want to do. Say.
Right.
I am
Anything more than this?
I'm from Nijapu and call any legal matters, please.
You cannot.
Yes. Things like that can.
Yeah, right. I think we have come across a few cases, like in terms of like oral contracts between friends and family. So we've seen, we know. Sometimes we feel a bit like not disappointed, like sad, because it was such a good case that obviously this person owed the money and you have no evidence. It's your words against the other person's words. Sometimes you may forget things. So I feel like it's a bit sad when it comes to that situation, and we can't really do much
Friendships
anymore.
and relationships get broken.
Yeah, exactly. So the best is I send the LOD and then they provide back the money, then that's the best. But how many times people are going to be like that, right?
1 out of 10.
Actually, I've never.
Better be the one.
Dude, I've not encountered that, not even one. Every time you have to file a suit first, then they scared already, then they will pay you back.
Yeah, but filing a suit is also very costly, so you need to find, maybe try to find other avenues first.
Yes, that's true. I hope this episode has been helpful. I know it's Chinese New Year. I didn't mean to talk about such sour topic, but it's relevant. It happens. And I hope this episode has brought more awareness to everyone in terms of like how you can practice some tips and tricks in your daily life to help build your case that you do not wish to have to start in the future.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please do
Hopefully
not.
Yeah, but it's just safeguarding. Okay, you just do that and it safeguard you.
Yeah. So as a lawyer, I will also add on to say this podcast is not legal advice.
Dude, they already know. It's already in the beginning of this. Yeah, we already
have
have
to
a
say it
disclaimer.
again and again.
We're just saying these are tips and tricks that you can do. I mean, I think it's quite common sense, right? Yeah, like you common sense. You send money to somebody. You just say what is it for. Nothing wrong with that, right? You ask for money back. You send a WhatsApp. Okay, what? Yeah. See. So yeah. Okay. I think we are done here.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Hope to see you in the next one.
Happy Chinese New Year. Bye-bye.
Bye.